you doing tonight? So isn't it true? Each day I'm more in love with you. Lord, isn't it true? You're filling me through and through. So isn't it true? Each day I'm more in love with you. Isn't it true? You're filling me through and through. And the more I have of you, Lord, the more I need of you. And it's never gonna be enough. There was never gonna be enough of you, Lord. Isn't it true? Each day I'm more in love with you. Lord, isn't it true? You're filling me through and through. Isn't it true? Each day I'm more in love with you. Isn't it true? You're filling me through and through. And the more I taste of you, your goodness to me you prove. And it's never gonna be enough. Stay up there. No, it's never gonna be enough of you, Lord. So isn't it true? Lord, each day I'm more in love with you. Isn't it true? You're filling me through and through. And the more I have of you, the more I yearn for you. Lord, and it's never gonna be enough. No, it's never gonna be enough of you, Lord. Every day, Lord, I yearn for more of you. Hallelujah. Reaching back to some old songs. Old songs. This is 2011. But when you really write for many years, you just have books and books of stuff that come from a long time ago. That's 8 years ago, isn't it now? He shall choose for me. Yes, I'm gonna let him. He shall choose for me. Psalms 47, verse 4 says, He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he has loved. He shall choose for me. Yes, I'm gonna let him. He shall choose for me. I don't know what I want or what I need. Yes, I don't know what I want or what I need. So I'll concede. I'll concede. Lord, rule me. Yes, Lord, rule me. Rule me. I yield. Sovereign God, omnipotent God, you choose for me. Sometimes we think we know what we need and what we want, but better we let him, because it's not really true. We make a lot of bad decisions, if you've noticed. He shall choose for me. Yes, I'm I'm gonna let him. He shall choose for me. He shall choose for me. Yes, I'm gonna let him. He shall choose for me. He knows me better than I know myself. I'm telling you, he knows you better than you know yourself. So concede, yes, concede. Rule me, my Savior, rule me. I yield, sovereign Lord, omnipotent Lord, you choose for me. And he shall choose for me. Yes, I'm gonna let him. He shall choose for me. He shall choose for me. Yes, I'm gonna let him. He shall choose for me. Excellent in all your ways, my Lord, and in your love. You are excellent in all your ways and in your love. So I concede, Lord, I concede. Rule me, my Savior, rule me. I yield to my sovereign Lord, my omnipotent Lord, you choose for me. He shall choose for me. Yes, I'm gonna let him, and I recommend you do too. He shall choose for me. Hallelujah. You know, I do have a CD, and so I have a few songs on a CD if anybody wants to pick up any there. I got them hanging around here somewhere. The Lord knows all about this music, doesn't he, though? We'll jump to 2019. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. You heard that old one before. A chapter a day keeps the devil away. Absorb the truth. Absorb the truth so you'll know the lie. For the devil is alive, bombarding your mind. It's true, you know. Stuff yourself with the word. It will bring health to your body and marrow to your bones. Dine upon the holy word. Taste and see that my Jesus is so good. Divine life will flow into you. More truth, so Proverbs 3:8. This song. If life's made your nose grow like Pinocchio, then a wheelbarrow would proceed. Most people we know. If life's made your nose grow like Pinocchio, a wheelbarrow would proceed. Most people you know. The faith, so you know the lie, for the devil is alive, bombarding your mind, and stuff yourself with the word. It will bring health to your body and marrow to your bones, dying upon the holy word. Jesus is so good. Divine life will flow into you. More truth, so good. Yes, it will bring more life. So good. He's so good. No, Pinocchio, no, get away from me, Pinocchio. Bring me the truth of your word, bring me the truth, bring me the truth. All I really want is you, Lord, and you're the way and the truth. Hallelujah. Catherine's got a new pretty Bible. And she's going to put little things in so that she can find the books we're trying to read. Isn't that cute? Amen. All right. You know, there's scriptures in the Word that are just you. And you stumble across them and you go like, wow. That was for me. Do you ever have that where you're reading and all of a sudden it's like you feel like you were shot with a underwater gun or something? Whoa, I think that was for me. And mine would be Psalms 40 verses 1 to 4. That's pretty easy, Catherine. That's right in the middle of the book. Okay. Psalms 40 verses 1 to 4. It says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined his ear himself to me, and he heard my cry. And he brought me up out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay. And he set my feet upon a rock, and he established my goings. And he put a new song in my mouth, even praise to our God. Many shall see, not hear, but see, and fear him, and put their trust in him. This is my song, because I've waited patiently a lot of years. I waited patiently. I waited patiently, and God inclined himself to me, and he heard my cry, yes, and he heard my cry, yes, and he heard my I've waited patiently. I waited patiently, and God inclined himself to me, and he heard my cry, and he heard my cry, yes, and he heard my cry. Many shall see and fear him. He lifted me up, he lifted me up, and established my goings. Blessed be the one who makes the Lord his trust. Oh, you are my trust, my Lord, my love, my trust. I waited patiently, oh my Savior, I waited patiently, and God inclined himself to me. So when you read those verses, then you kind of know what the song means, right? Pretty much is, hi, Dawn.
When did you write You Shall Choose for Me? What year did you write that?
What one?
You Shall Choose for Me.
At 2011. A lot of times we serve the Lord for all kind of reasons. We're curious, maybe we feel that He will bless us. We have some kind of spiritual rungs we want to climb, you know. But the best way to serve Him is because you want to actually know Him. That you're the one who made you and made all these things. Everything you see, you know, you love. Even your babies that came in your womb. He knitted them together and He gave them to you. That you would be the one that would train them, would teach them. And the more we know of His mind, this infinite, all-wise, all-knowledgeable, all-understanding, the more our lives make sense, the more we know about our own confusion running in circles. We just like a dog chasing the tail, which we never really quite seem to catch. Right? I say know Him. Seek Him with all your heart. Knowing your will is all that seems to matter. Hearing your voice and following you. All of your words and visions are subject to you. Humbly I bow to your perfect will. You know my prayers before I pray them. My heart is always before your gaze. Others may be glad to see your best. Said of Moses that the people knew the acts of the Lord, but he knew the ways of God, how God thinks, what he does, and how he loves us, and the patterns in which he moves. Yielding completely to your Holy Spirit, doing your will and following you. All of your words and visions are subject to you. Humbly I bow to your perfect will. You know my prayers before I pray them. My heart is always before your gaze. Others may be glad to see your miracles, but Lord, I need to know you. Lord, I need to know your ways. Bowed in submission till I am no longer. You're filling me with your fullness. Now I'm growing stronger. All of your words and visions are subject to you. Humbly I bow to your perfect will. You know my prayers before I pray them. My heart is always before your gaze. Others may be glad to see your miracles, but Lord, I need to know you. Lord, I have to know you. Lord, I need to know you and your ways. When I was a young girl, I had an unhappy love affair going on in my first and second year of college, and finally halfway through the second year of college, I left. I was engaged to marry the student body of this Christian college, and we were having really a lot of rough spots because he was a missionary's kid from Japan, and he was not Japanese, he was white, but he really had a lot of confusion in his life. Anyway, so we broke it off, and I went up to Alaska to fish at Naknek and Bristol Bay up by King Salmon, Alaska. And I was going to be on this little gill netter boat, and you pull in these heavy nets and they're flapping with, and these are like 55-pound kings, and I'm 95 pounds at that point. And I wonder who's pulling who is my question. But anyway, I was pulling these fish in, and I remember every muscle in my body being so tired, it felt like I had hamstrung my entire body. And we were living in this shanty, and the wind was whipping through holes. It would rip off the boards, and then the wind would whip through, and we were taking steam baths, and because the water that we had, we needed to drink instead. And we had fish scales that were, we had many layers on, but the fish scales were under all 4 layers. And when you peeled them off, since it had been a week since you had a bath, they'd take all the hide with it. And so I'm out there, and I'm sitting on the tundra, and it's called Graveyard Point. And one night, I wandered out there, but at night or day, it doesn't matter because it doesn't get dark. Okay, so it's like 1 hour of darkness. So it's nighttime, but you have to guess because you don't know what time it is. Really doesn't matter what time it is. It just matters if it's time to fish. Okay, so you come with the ebb and the flood tides. So it doesn't matter what time it is. You just fish when, when the flood tides come. So I was sitting out on this point and really feeling kind of heartbroken and sitting there on this caribou moss on this frozen tundra, thinking about how I looked like I had the measles by now because I had pulled off so many scales that got under 4 layers of clothes. And I was praying, and I told the Lord, and I was just young. I was 18 years old, I think. And I told him, I said, Lord, I know that other people, they're going to be able to guess at who you are, and they're going to hope that they can get to know you. But I've had a lot of sorrow even as a child, and even sorrow now. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to really know you. I'm going to have to know your will for my life. I'm going to have this intimate relationship with you, or my life is never going to be worth it. And I figured that out at 18 years old. And I told him, I said, Lord, I'm going to have to know you. And even if it means some suffering, bite your tongue. But that's what I said. I'm going to have to know you. I can't come and go like all these people who are born and they live their life and they're put in the grave and they never even knew the one who made them. I'm not going to be able to do that. And he has given me that opportunity to know him. Sometimes through a lot of suffering. But you won't die from suffering, and he will always heal you. It just feels like you're dying, and a little of your soul is dying, but probably the part you don't really need. The selfish part is dying. But I want him to walk in the garden of my heart with me. So make my life, Lord, like the Garden of Eden, where you love to walk in the cool of the eve, uncorrupted and sweet, speaking such mysteries in truthful love. With all of you. you, my Lord, my love, walk with me in the cool of the eve. Walk with me. That is his goal, to walk in the garden of your life with you at all times. That you will be able to have this marvelous relationship with him. Sometimes as a pastor, it hurts me when I see people who choose him for a while and then they decide not to choose him. It's too much work. It's too much change. They have to lay down their pride. And in those times when I see them, and people don't really leave this ministry. What happens is they leave walking with Jesus, and then it makes it pretty uncomfortable to be around us. So when people are in a lot of sin and they don't want to walk with Christ, it's really hard to be around a bunch of people who love him, because it's like a neon sign. I screwed up, here I am. So they kind of start backing away. And this was my song. Sometimes because I love the Lord and I know him well, when he starts backing away, they start backing away because of sin, I can feel his heart. He gets so sad. And so I'm trying to comfort him with this song. I wrote this song to comfort the Lord. When they fail you, Lord, choosing their selfishness and pride, I feel such pain inside. They chose themselves, but you they denied. Heavenly bridegroom, they must not know you, or they would never choose themselves over you. All of your precious blood spilled out on limestone. No one's ever loved like you, but you alone. So here I am, take all of me, Lord. Here I am, I choose to love you, not me. Here I am, Lord, here I am, here I am. When they choose sin, running away from you, Lord, I feel such pain inside. They chose themselves, and you they denied. Heavenly bridegroom, they must not know you, or they would never choose themselves over you. All of your precious blood spilled out on limestone. No one's ever loved like this, but you alone. So Lord, about you guys, but it's pretty hot in here, isn't it, though? Amen. Okay, so we're just going to sing that last prophetic little song because I promised you I would try to sing you one every week, right? Livre som okura fasulevir ver somra vine sokoler vesuvinar vravator vasar mei vesuni ravesure mavenokor veici sovremo vrefo si vrave lane lavene. In your life you're always looking and wondering which way to go. But if you fall upon your knees and ask me, we'll go together, we'll go. And I will always lead you, always feed you, always see you through. Siro cura mer, la rocura me, lana soler, care viso mala, vicive, fravre suminure, suvicaler, venusira visore, varine sirevo crova, avrevo crova semir. Vi tust, lir ist tust, la male si vener. Every need you come, you can bring it to me, lay it at my feet, and I will stop what I'm doing. So that is a prophetic song in which he's talking to you right now. This is not made up. This is not one that someone has written earlier. This is not any of those things. This is him talking to you this moment.